Hey YouTube, here's what we got. So we hooked up our Garmin ECHOMAP 63CV today, and we got it installed in my Tamarack 100 Angler Kayak, and that's going to go through and show you what we did to install this. So first off, battery. So I have your 12-volt battery. This is a 7-amp battery. Should last me all day. I used it today. I had about 4.5 hours on it, and it was still at 12 amps, so I'm not worried about that. So I just bought this ammo box. It does have a gasket in here, so it is weather tight. It's not going to be submerged or anything, so I'm not worried about weather in here. So currently I have it charging. What I did is I drilled a hole through the side of the ammo box, and I put this grommet in here. I had trouble actually getting it seated in the ammo box. I put a grommet on this side and a grommet on that side, and I ran this electrical cable. And I bought this, I guess you call it a speaker wire, electrical cord type wire, so that way they'd be together. I'd have to worry about taping them or zip tying them. So I have them split into positive and negative. It slips right on the F1 style terminals. And then I put this quick disconnect clip on here, so it's easy for me to detach it from my kayak, where these style plugs seem to want to pull out easier, and just didn't want to have any hassles with that. So that goes battery out to my power supply here. I have I did Velcro the bottom of the battery, but just in case in heat, if that Velcro would come loose, I got some foam in here. It doesn't bounce around too much, and then I got some quick tools in here also. I have just this is just the wire strippers, and it also keeps some extra electrical connections in there, just in case I'm out on the water or getting ready to be on the water and have some problems. I have an easy fix. So over to the kayak. So my case fits perfectly inside this milk crate. My ammo case with the battery in it, I slide it right in there. Have some bungees in here to help keep that from wiggling around while I'm out fishing. And then I run the wire out the milk crate, and then I connect it right to this other side of the quick disconnect. So from there, took wires, I ran it through my hatch, through the hull, and then I have easy access through it through this side. So, and here, I'll show you what I got going on. So, I'll walk around here. I was very nervous about the way I wanted to install this with using duct seal with the transducer. The transducer was the most important part of this installation, about as far as being able to get good accurate reads, and I seem to come up with an okay solution through other YouTube videos watching this. So what I did, as you can see, I have my transducer here, and that's duct seal around it. There's lots of videos about duct seal, different ways to mount it, how you should or shouldn't do it. From my understanding, the most important part is make sure there's no air bubbles under there. You can't have any air between the transducer and the hull of your boat, or you'll get false readings, maybe no readings at all, but it's going to give you problems. So I took a pretty good sized glob of duct seal. I don't know if I saw the pack. You can buy this at Lowe's. That's where I bought it. I'm sure it sells it anywhere, but it's a Gardner Bender duct seal, 1 pound. It comes in. Actually, the guy at the store called it C4. That's what it looks like. It looks like a brick of C4 from a movie. So I took it out. I made, well, you can see about the size I made, whatever size your transducer is, and I just mashed it down in there really well. I kind of pancaked out a pretty thick layer of the duct seal, and I mashed the transducer around there, and then I took that pancake and I laid it on the seat of the hull. So I seated it to the hull, excuse me. And then I took the edge of that duct seal and I mashed it all up around the transducer. And I make sure to push down really hard on the transducer to eliminate any air bubbles. And I just got in there, see, they're good. If you can see, I can't even move it. Yes, I can pull it out, and that's what the whole point of the duct seal, that's not permanent like epoxy. And this works. So I took it out today. I'll try to load some footage on the video of it, but I did use it for its maiden voyage today with the fish finder, and it was perfect. I had no problems at all. I didn't have any jumping around. I didn't have any screens where it was kind of working, kind of not working. It was just perfect, absolutely perfect. In case that didn't work, I had plan B. So I took this storage container, and I actually cut the bottom of it out. And the reason for that is so you're gonna have air trapped between that and the kayak if you do that. So I cut the bottom of the container out. I put duct seal on the inside and on the outside of it, and then I smashed that all down around the hull of the kayak to make a watertight seal. And then last night I filled it with water just to make sure that it was going to hold, and came out this morning, there was no water in my kayak at all, and it has not leaked a drop, so that's a good sign. So good thing is I'm not going to need this setup. I am going to just stick with the way I have it mounted with just duct seal only. I don't need the well idea mount of it, so I'm going to suck that water out of there and then pull all that out, and that'll come out no problem. So anyway, that's what worked out for me. So as far as the rest of wiring the fish finder inside the hull, real easy from front to back. I just ran the wires, and then this came with my fish finder, and I drilled a hole through here. Both the transducer and power cable will come up through here, and that is sealed back down on top of that. So you can see the water won't get in there between the wires. It is sealed in there very well. I didn't put any silicone in there in case I need to take this out. I didn't want to have to mess with any goop, so that will be perfect. So it seems to be perfect anyway. From there, I got my wires out of there, pop it right into the fish finder, and away we go. So this is the Garmin ECHOMAP 63 CV, and I'll also include some, I took some video on the water today with it. We'll see how that shows up, and I'll add that to this video. So hopefully they turned out okay. I was fighting a lot of wind, and then I was on a river and the current was running pretty high. So anyway, so for the mount, what I did, this actually worked out pretty good. I have, these are just Amazon basic mounts. I don't even know what the brand is originally. So I had my second rod holder here. What I did is I took the rod holder and I just flattened it out. So just like with this one, you can turn them any way you want. Use this, crank it up or down. So this is flat, and then I have a Velcro strap and two cable ties that I use to mount my mounting bracket right to it, and it's perfect. I can swivel it if I want to, tilt it if I want to, and I'd actually have to do almost a whole 360 with it for it to actually come out, so I'm not worried about it coming out while I'm on the water or having any issues there. And like I said, I used it today and it was perfect. So so far so good. If you have any questions, let me know. With this style mount, there will not be you cannot use side imaging, so you're not going to be able to have that feature. So if you have that feature on your fish finder, you won't use it, or if you're buying a fish finder, skip that part if you don't think you need it. I personally don't find it useful for the kind of fishing I do in rivers. I'm usually fishing in brush piles anyway, and you're just going to have a lot of static, a lot of interference from all the brush in the river. So I'm sure other people have plenty of uses for that. So anyway, that's my setup, that's my rig. Yes, my kayak's a mess. I just came out of a dirty river. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm sure I missed some things, but as of right now, that's going to be it. I'll load those videos up here. Hopefully they turned out. When I was trying to take a picture with my cell phone, the screen was interfering with the imaging on my cell phone because the pixels just didn't line up, and had some monitor issues. But anyway, that's what we got going on, and we will talk to you later. Bye, YouTube. Alright guys, well, we're out on the water here. We got back to our spot, and as you can see, the duct seal worked perfectly. I didn't build a well. I stuck it right in it, slapped it to the bottom. Everything's reading perfect. I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I stumbled across this on other people's videos. I'll show you a clear view. It also is working just fine. I'm on a soft bottom here, so why you're seeing these two different bottoms. But I kind of, right now, this is my first time out with it, so I really like the traditional view right now for what I'm seeing, especially in this shallow water. And there's not a lot of structure in here. This is just a little creek channel, goes into the main river. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. We're fishing, and the duct seal worked perfect. No well needed, so we'll be going with that. Let me know if you have any questions.